One of my Faceless YouTube channels generated me $11,000 in the last 90 days, and in this video I'll break down everything, how much profit we made, how you can do that yourself, literally every single little thing. Now if you don't know who I am, I'm Steffen. I've made hundreds of thousands of dollars with Faceless YouTube channels, and I've helped hundreds of other people do exactly the same. As here, for example, one of our students hitting $5,000 a month, then here another one, $2,000 a month, then here another one, $25,000 a week. Crazy. Here one, $31,000 a month, and many, many more. You can literally pause the video and scroll through here. And if you want to get the same exact results, just click the first link in the video description, apply to work one-on-one with me, and we'll see if you would be a good fit or not. Now, a big question, how much profit did we actually make with the channel I've just shown you? So the channel, to basically run the channel cost per month is $450. Now, if we, take that for 3 months, it's $1,350 in expenses for that channel. Now, the channel revenue was, now you can see it. Channel revenue was $11,333. So we can see that we made a profit of $9,683 over 3 months. Now, this might not be the craziest amount of money, but the thing is, I've literally spent maybe in these 3 months, I've not even spent a full week working on that channel, because I like to run channels that are low cost and low maintenance, like that there's not much maintenance effort needed, if it makes sense. But yeah, so all in all, the channel is very cheap to run. It's not time consuming at all, and it made me $9,600. And in this video, I'll show you guys exactly how you can replicate that. Now, for the people who don't know, this is basically how the process looks like. So first you have to pick a niche. So the whole business model is called Faceless YouTube channels or YouTube automation, where you first pick a niche, then you pick video topics. You hire freelancers to create the videos for you with the help of AI, post these videos to YouTube, and once you're monetized, YouTube actually pays you for the views. And that's exactly what happened here, right? Okay, so let's get started with step 1, which is actually picking a niche. So very simple. Finding a niche. For this, we want to open an incognito window or even create a brand new channel just for niche research. Now, a must-have tool I would highly recommend is ElevenLabs. I'll show you guys how that works. Makes niche research super, super easy. You can just check out, I'll link it down below. Now, before we actually head into niche research, we need to understand what are some criteria of a good niche, because if you don't have this, what are you actually looking for, right? So criteria number one, there are under 5 smaller channels creating content in that niche that are constantly getting more views than they have subscribers. Super important. That means there's high demand and low supply. And then number 2, there are no channels with over 100,000 subscribers. Then there are no small channels failing. These 2 are super, super important as well, because firstly, you will not be able to easily compete against big channels. Now, the thing is, and the other thing is, like, most people only look at the channels that are actually winning, but never at the channels that are actually failing. So that's why you always want to have a look at, like, hey, how many channels are actually failing? Because if there are many channels failing, the chance that you fail too is super, super high, okay? Then the niche is not older than 6 months. I can actually create better content than my competitors. You can also just create longer content or, just do something new in the niche. Then am I actually interested in this niche? Not a must, as long as you build a team that actually has interest in the niche. Okay. Then is the niche monetizable? That you can actually, again, see here with ElevenLabs if a niche is monetizable or not. And then lastly, a huge bonus for that specific niche is if they post long videos. This is a huge one, all right? Then very important, give yourself enough time to do niche research and do not rush the process. I've seen so many people, and including myself when I just started, that do not take this step serious. If you don't take this step serious, you're literally setting yourself up for failure. You cannot build a house without a plan. And if you go and you just randomly start a YouTube channel, you're doing exactly that. You're building a house without a plan, right? So first thing, like we already said here, For this, we want to open an incognito window or even create a brand new YouTube channel simply for niche research. Now, this is a brand new YouTube channel I've recently created simply for niche research. So if we click here, we can just see it's a niche research account. Now on this account, right, what you will basically do is, let me just go to incognito to show you what you will do and how a new account would basically look like. So this is how your brand new account would look like. On here, you can literally go into anything you're interested in. I will just go for the biggest houses, just very random. Then what you do on here is you scroll through the search results and you look for faceless video. So you just keep your cursor on the video. And if it's a faceless video, you just click on the video like that. And then what you do to kind of optimize your YouTube homepage to just show you faceless YouTube channels, you just click through here on the side. Right, so here's one, and you see already, YouTube is already giving me small channels. And this is the crazy thing with the new YouTube update. This method of doing niche research is no joke overpowered because YouTube is pushing small channels like crazy at the moment. So here we can already open up this channel, have a look at it, look if it would fit our criteria. So here we can see the channel is 6 months old, which is good. Most popular video, 700,000 views. Can we actually create these videos? 100%, super easy. The only thing that's the biggest downside on this niche, the views are super, super low. And yeah, that basically says like, hey, we're not going to go into that one. Let's just click through some more videos. Here's another one, 100 subscribers, 8,000 views. And this just shows that literally every single person can still blow up on YouTube. I mean, this channel, it's probably their it's their 4th video. And this channel is not doing very bad. Like it's doing quite well. Right? So you just click yourself through on the YouTube, like here on the sidebar for quite a while. And then you go to your YouTube homepage, and on your YouTube homepage, you will then find, as you see here, faceless video, faceless video, faceless video, faceless video, faceless, not faceless video, faceless video. You see your YouTube homepage is going to be filled with faceless videos. And that is exactly what we see on my YouTube homepage. That's exactly what we did. Now, keep in mind, I don't care what content I post as long as I actually do end up making money from the channel. But if you want to go into a specific interest of yourself, then you can, like I already said, just go here and search up that specific interest and only click on faceless channels that post videos about that, right? Now on this side here, on your YouTube homepage, if you have ElevenLabs like installed, you can scroll down until the bottom, right? Exactly like this, because what we're looking for essentially are small channels that are getting a lot of views, right? So we're gonna, we have a shortcut for that using ElevenLabs, right? So first you're gonna scroll down to the bottom, like this. Sometimes it's quite long. Let's see how long we still have to scroll. I think it should be enough now. All right, so what you can do now is, since your whole YouTube homepage has been loaded now, we can click here on this homepage filter and then only let ElevenLabs show us channels that have under 24,000 subscribers. And now here we can even filter like from video upload date, everything. We can channel subscribers, so that shows us the smallest channels first. So here we can see now 12,000 subscribers, 16,000 views. Now I know this channel already, but we can see 41 videos, here video with 700,000 views. How difficult is it to create these videos? Super, super easy to create these videos. So that would be something we would want to go into. We can also see here the oldest video is 1 month old. Then this channel has gotten 1.7 million views with 41 videos, which is super, super strong. So this is the exact stuff you want to look for. You don't want to look for huge channels. You want to look for small channels that are getting a lot of views and constantly more views than they have subscribers. If we look at these views here on just the recent videos, like this channel is getting a lot of views, like compared to their subscribers. So this would be something that would check almost every single box on the checklist. All right. So once we have our niche, we obviously want to do competitor research. We are going to use the niche research sheet to validate our finds. Okay, so let me show you. So the link of the sheet will be in the video description. So what you will do is here, you will just add all of the channels you can find that are small, that are getting a lot of views. Then you can actually go back and basically say like, okay, I would want to go into this specific niche here. And then you just fill here, you would just do here, just as an example, music. As an example, you take this channel name, paste it into there, fill out all of this information, and the information you have to fill out there, you actually also get that from ElevenLabs. where you can just click here on analytics, just like that. Then it obviously loads a little bit. Then you can just click here on reveal channel revenue. And then you already have your estimated channel revenue, which you can fill in here. Now, the next cool thing you can, like this whole niche research sheet does, it actually basically calculates the average revenue the channels do in that niche, the average views, average subscriber count, average videos per month, average video length, everything. Now for this specific niche, since it's still completely new, ElevenLabs doesn't have the like most up-to-date information, but here we can see 1 million views. The RPM isn't that high actually. Then here the top geographies. So due to the RPM, this niche would probably not be the best, because with 1 million views, this channel would probably make like $1,200, which is obviously not enough. So that's why it's very important to install the ElevenLabs Chrome extension, because then you can actually see how much the channel is getting paid per 1,000 views, but you can literally see everything. But now let's say we would want to find more competitors that post videos in this niche, then we'd literally go to similar channels, in-depth search. And now ElevenLabs is actually gonna look for a bunch of channels that are posting videos in this specific niche. So here we can see the one, just as an example, you can click through all of them. Sometimes you really find some really cool niches here on the side, which are actually in different niches. So let's actually have a look at this one. Here we can see very similar, but in a different kind of niche, it seems. I don't know. But here another one, this one is completely new. So ElevenLabs basically looks for all of the competitors, and then you just go ahead and you fill out this complete sheet. I'll leave a link to it in the video description, also to ElevenLabs. Check that out, it is super, super helpful. But yeah, and then at the end you can, once you have all of the data and everything inside here, then you can decide like, hey, do I actually go into the niche or not? Because it's always very important to make your decisions based on data. If you don't do that, oh man, you're gonna have a very tough time on YouTube. But yeah, next up, we want to get our channel ready. Now, before we continue, I just want to mention that shadow bans are 100% real, okay? Now, how can you see if your channel is shadow banned? So I just want to open a specific channel. You can very often see it if you don't firstly get any impressions, or you only get impressions like from search and external, right? So I just want to open up a channel to show you guys how that actually would look like. So this is a channel we started a few days ago, and it actually miserably failed, if I can say it like that. Now, if we look at this channel here, we can see the reach. This video got 14 impressions, and the only like how the viewers find this video is through YouTube search and direct and unknown. So YouTube is not pushing this video. All right. Now, for your channel to be shadow banned, it has to be have a low trust score. Now, what is a trust score? That's very simple. How much YouTube actually trusts your account. Now, I will show you a bit later in this video how exactly you can increase this and decrease the chance of actually having, a shadow ban. Then there are 3 different YouTube accounts you can choose from. So there's either a brand new YouTube channel, which currently actually perform the best. So everyone who's just getting into the game, I would highly recommend brand new YouTube channels. They are absolutely performing the best at the moment. Then there are aged YouTube channels. They're also doing very well. You can get them from the website here, aged accounts. So they very often don't have stock. So very sad, but aged, you can also get them here. This is also where you can get pre-monetized accounts, not pre-monetized, but aged accounts. And then we obviously have pre-monetized accounts, which I would actually not recommend anyone to, buy if you're just starting out, because they can be a bit more expensive, and most of the pre-monetized accounts are shit, like they're not good. All right. So I'd rather take one of these 2. And yes, once you have one of these 2 accounts, you actually need to warm up your YouTube account. Now, how you do that is very simple. You use your account as a normal user. Do not act like a bot, okay? Because then YouTube is actually going to shadow ban your account. Then watch at least like 1 to 2 hours a day of content. Just switch out that new account with your account you're currently using to watch YouTube. All right. And then you just, watch YouTube like a normal person. Subscribe to some channels, like some videos, comment some videos, and like some videos. And then do this for 1 week plus to lower the risk of a low trust score. Now, you don't need to do this for 1 week, but the longer you do it, the higher your trust score is going to be. Okay. So this is basically how you warm up your account. Then next up, we need to choose video topics. And this is almost as important as actually choosing the niche. So always go for proven concepts, but never steal one-on-one. Now, just let me let me just quickly show you guys an example. If you have a super good video plus a bad video topic, you're not gonna get views, no views, right? If you have a bad video, bad video plus a good topic, you are still gonna get views, all right? So the topic is basically as important as the niche, if not more important, right? So something you guys need to always keep in mind that there is supply and demand in topics. So if you would, for example, go into one of the niches I've just shown you, right? You really want to make sure that you go ahead and you recreate videos that haven't been recreated by thousands of people before. Because if that's the case, your video is gonna flop simply because of the supply and demand factor. So choose your outlier videos. Now, very recent, very important, like if you choose video topics, choose outlier videos, but do not go to most popular videos on your competitor channels, because that's what everyone is gonna do. Go to the most recent videos and choose video topics from there, right? The more recent the video is, the better it is, but it needs to be an outlier video, all right? Super important. Then lock in your first 5 videos and, be ready, okay? Then you obviously need to hire a team to actually create those videos for you. Now for the scripts, I usually do my scripts with AI, but you can also do it with Upwork, where you then pay a freelancer to do the scripts for you, or like I said, with AI. Then for the voiceovers, you can either use Fiverr for your voiceovers. We actually hire a real human person to do the voiceovers. That's going to be slower and more expensive. Or you can just go to ElevenLabs and get voiceovers there. Then we also have this new tool here, which is GenAIPro, which, gives you super cheap voiceovers. If we look at this here right now, $111 for 50 million credits, which is just insane. The voices are very good. Then the editor, hire them from Upwork or X. Now, I would recommend you to do from Upwork. On X, you will find more high quality video editors. Upwork is more cheaper, and these guys, I don't know, they can do basic stuff, and that's enough for most niches, especially for the ones I'm running myself. Then thumbnail designer, you can use, again, Upwork or X. X is, again, going to be more expensive. Upwork is a bit cheaper. Then a channel manager, because like I already said, I do not spend a lot of time on this channel here, okay? So what we often have is a channel manager who we actually give 5% of the channel revenue. Now, you can hire this specific person from X, or you can just get a team member to do that. You can actually also get one on Upwork. All right. But what I very often do is I actually hire a team member to manage the channel, manage the team, look that everything gets posted on time, manages all questions, everything. Okay. Then you basically post your first few videos. Now, if your videos don't get any views, and the reason why a channel could fail, now it's very important that you have to post between 5 to 15 videos. If you're a complete beginner, at least 15 videos, and then you can take or make decisions on the channel, all right? Now, why a channel fails is very simple. There are always just a few reasons. So either the videos are too short, you always want to make longer videos than your competitors, at least 5 minutes longer, since, very simple, whoever keeps people on YouTube for the longest amount of time, that specific person is going to make the most amount of money, because YouTube is going to push them out. Now, why? Because YouTube wants to make money. And if your video keeps someone else on YouTube for a longer time, which then makes YouTube more money, they're obviously going to push out your video, right? Next thing, you have trash packaging. Now, you might ask yourself, what is a good thumbnail? What is a good title? Very simple. Just copy what works in your niche. Do not like one-on-one copy it, but do something very similar. Never ever reinvent the wheel. And I see too many people doing that. But just, do what works in your niche. If the thumbnails in your niche have 200 words on the thumbnail, do 200 words on your thumbnail as well, okay? Then it could also be that it's a bad niche. Now, this will be one of the biggest ones for most people just starting out. And that's why I would highly recommend you to join our free Skool group, because inside here I share a bunch of niches. And then actually yesterday, one of our students blew up with the 3rd video. And the reason for that is she's working one-on-one with me, and we're doing everything together. So we're picking the niche together, all of these things. And here you can see 3 videos, and the first video blew up. So super cool. But a bad niche could be a huge reason why your channel fails. Or it could be that your channel is bad, right? So if your channel looks anything like this, where you don't get any impressions, it might just be that your channel is trash. And what you do then is you take those exact videos your team has already created and you just post them on another channel, right? And you have a look. I actually wrote this wrong, but you just post them on another channel and have a look like, hey, do they perform on there or do they still not perform? All right. So this is basically how I did this, how I ran this channel up to $11,000 in 3 months and then made $9,600 of profit. Like I said, if you want to work one-on-one with me, if you want to work closer with me, just check out the first link in the video description. And then if you want to join the free Skool community we have, you can also just join this. Second link in the video description with a free full course inside here. Everything you need to be able to succeed. And then we'll see each other in the next video.